Things are winding down. Welcome on in. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about the biggest lesson in all of this for those who have been following me. Thank you for being here. World Athletics Championships. Yay. Big up to all of the winners. Jamaica, right here in Japan. And of course, USA. Definitely Jamaica, USA, Great Britain. Listen, people all over, they're doing their thing. Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad did get a gold in the javelin and 200 meters. I think the 200 was Noah Lyles, USA 1 and 2. And Jamaica came in third. And I think the 100 Jamaica did 1 and 2. And USA third, and Noah came in third. And then we flipped it. So it's a law, what goes around comes around. We did 1 2 1 2. Jamaica did 1 2. That means gold and silver, bronze for the US, and then the US came back and said gold and silver and bronze for Jamaica. So you live in and it's I've enjoyed my time. I tell you, tired, exhausted, because when you have people who really love the games, especially track and field, it's a lot of respect is due. A lot of respect is due to them, and just trying to keep up the energy. Learned so much. Right now it's the first day, I think it's today or yesterday started the first day of spring, and it came in like boom. The rain the night before, and then it just got very cool. Like you need like a light jacket. And I'm like, what is this? It was so hot before. So that's the thing, you live and you learn. Seasons come and seasons go. And so that's what's happening here. And you can learn lessons in everything in life. We were talking about manifestation and manifesting our dreams and manifesting the things that we want. The last live before this, we got cut off, but definitely you want to check it out because I was on a roll. But at the time, the phone only had 6%, or was it 12%, all the way down. And I said I was going to roll until it went off, and in no warning, it went off. So manifestation is like this. You can manifest the things that you can manifest the things that you say. That's how powerful your words are. Haywood, hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yes, I'm a little bit close to the camera, and the camera adds 20 pounds. So it's 20 pounds on top of whatever I have. So it is going to look that way. Haywood. And Haywood, listen, check this out. I don't know if you saw that young guy on TikTok, and he was talking to someone who was trolling him. And this is why I'm telling you guys, be very careful how you all troll people. Because you think people can't get your IP address. Y'all think people cannot know who you are. Be very careful. Once you are on social media, you have a footprint, dude. Dude, you have a footprint. So what your name is, you want to come on and say certain things, find something else to do with your time. Okay, you guys, find something else to do. We're living in serious times. So I don't have time playing games with people. If you're going to come here and try and be rude and whatever you want to say, take it somewhere else. Take it to your house. Don't play with me, okay? Okay? All right. Yeah, and who cares anyway? And who cares about you? The thing about it is the law of reciprocity. I'm not upset. Who cares about you? Hey, Nora, how are you? And so, Westman, come on in, guys. I am really, in Africa, Africa is one of I'm from Jamaica, dude, okay? You guys are funny. No, I'll never be mad. I can't be mad. Tell them, Nora, that's not a wig. I can't be mad. Who cares? I may be the one taking care of you. There may be somebody who looks like me taking care of you. There may be somebody who looks like me that may just do something for you and your loved ones. It's the law of reciprocity. You learn lessons in life. You live long enough, you learn lessons in life. Hey, Michi Boo, what's up? Blessings. Yeah. You subbed. Haywood Pittman, you subbed. I can't crash out. I'm old. I'm old enough to be your grandma. I'm old enough to be somebody's grandma, and I don't even know what crashing out is. All these young kids, they're here keeping my live. They're keeping my live. Michibu, thanks. Yeah, man, no problem. Bedtime here too. Japan, 10:43 p.m. Jamaica, I think they just fumbled on the relay, passing the baton. So didn't have tickets for tonight. We've been all the nights except for tonight, and we didn't get tickets for the final. But Jamaica's still a go on with things. But thanks for checking in, Michibu. Thanks so much for checking in. The food here was a little bit different because, in our group, the majority of people don't eat pork. So we had to find some place and space where there was no pork. And it took us about 4 days to find the place that we like. I would say anytime you're going somewhere to always do the research on the food. Thank you, Haywood. You're old enough to be grown. Bless up to you. You know what, Haywood? I'm gonna bless you. Bless up to you. May you continue to do good work. May you continue to meet people that you can inspire them, because Haywood, you are a leader. You are a leader, Haywood. I don't know if you know that. You are a leader, you're not a follower. There are those who are following you, they will follow your lead. And that's a powerful thing to have, right? It's a powerful thing to be a leader, not to just be a follower. Other leaders inspire leaders. So sometimes when I have it's not a good thing looking down into the phone, but I don't have the thingy for it, so that's it. But you want to be you don't want to be a follower. Other leaders inspire other leaders. That's the thing about it. And when you step into a space and you notice you say something, Haywood, you say something, then other people are going to follow it. They're following your lead. Tokyo, what's up, Tokyo? I like Tokyo today. I try to find Mount Fuji, but it was overcast. There was too much going on. They have a lot of the amusement parks and the rides, but the rides were closed. So we're going to try that next time. Maybe Haywood would ride those the amusement thingies, roller coasters. There were a lot of roller coasters. But that's how life is. Like the seasons came in big time. The season came in fall, and just right away it was cold. The night before, they say it's typhoon season. There was a lot of rain and thunder. That's how life is, you know. One minute it might be nice and cool, and before you know it, guess what, guys? Things change. It could be hot, then it just changed over, and so that's how it is in our lives. And sometimes too, you will have distractions. You could be doing a live, and then somebody shows up and they start talking a lot of junk. It's distractions. Distractions are going to happen in your life. Distractions are going to come and go. So it's going to be up to you, the person. It's going to be up to you, the individual. What are your plans? How are you going to stay focused? And what are some of the things you need to do to make sure that you are on track with your goals, on track with your dreams, your goals, the things that you so desire? And I'm going to tell you, that's what life is. Every day I learn something new, or I am reminded of who I am, and you should be too, of what you were created for and why you're here, and that everything that we need is here for us. And the answers are right staring us right in the face. Listen, let me go get some more. I'm going to get some more tea. There's no sugar in it, but I need a little bit something. Yeah, man. Thank you, Mitchie. I really appreciate it. Guys, something is going on with my hours here. I don't know. But just check out some of the playlists. If y'all can run a playlist, check it out. I need a few more hours to go, believe it or not. I don't know what they're doing. They're holding my hours like every 7 days, then they release them. I don't know what's happening, but it's all good. But if you guys can watch anything else, for those of you, all the leaders, all up in here, I really appreciate you. Thank you for the double tap in the screen. I am just running the live because, listen, got to do what I have to do. But I am telling you, there are lessons in life and the seasons that we live in, and nothing will be perfect. You are going to have distractions. You are going to have things that don't work. And then you have to go back to the drawing board wondering, why didn't this thing work for me? And sometimes, too, we are so easy to give up. We're so easy to give up. But anything worth having is going to require you going through some challenges. And I am telling you, the longer you live, the more that's going to happen. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to grab some tea, iced tea. You guys can chill for a minute. Leave this here. Don't even want to do that. Oh my goodness, you guys are here. Thank you for staying. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's all say hello to each other. You are all winners. You got to be a winner. All the trolls came out. I had some trolls in the building, but it's all good, guys. It is all good. I like Japan. I'm going to tell you about Japan. Japan is pretty chill. It's a vibe, you know. It's a vibe. The people mind their business. They're not bothering you. They're going about their business. They're very polite. You know, they when you're getting on the train, and they're people from all over the world. We've met people from New Zealand, from the UK, a lot of people from Australia. Definitely Jamaica was in the house. Parts of Africa, all over the world. The States, yeah. So people came in and they were just, you know, a lot of people came in for the games. A lot of people were here with their families. A lot of people live here. A lot of people work here. It's just like anywhere else in the world, but the vibe is cool. If you were to ask me, would I? Let's see, am I still here? Can you guys hear me? I had a call that came in. So that's the thing, yeah. It's always good also to experience other different parts of the world, different cultures. Because if you're just chilling with what you know, life is just boring. And if you get an opportunity to meet other people and be nice enough to learn about other cultures, there's nothing wrong with you just being open-minded about it. So you can always learn lessons in that. So that's one of the lessons that I'm glad that I learned that at an early age, where I was really able to meet and connect with other people and respect their culture and be willing to listen and learn new things. Sometimes the food may be different, but we're living in a world where, listen, we're living in a world where people will bring their culture to you. They will bring their culture to you. So there's no need for you to say, you know what, I don't know that, or I have to go to their country. Absolutely not. Lessons are being learned every day. In Japan, there are times that you would have to, when you walk in, take your shoes off. You know, there are certain places, take your shoes off. And that's out of respect. Don't eat on the street. That's out of respect, respecting other people's culture. So instead of you thinking that I can't go there, they may just bring their culture to you. And that's how I find that we grow and we expand our thinking because we are able to say, oh, so that's how you do that. All right. So, today I learned something new. One of the things I also loved about it, it's the athletes themselves. Athletes are very determined. They are also very disciplined in what they do. And I like how they support each other. So when I'm looking at athletes, they are like a community. A community requires support. A community requires that you support each other and that you look out one for another. And there's nothing wrong with winning. Some people have issues when it comes to winning. They feel that, oh my God, I'm not worthy, or, I'm not worthy of this. We got to stop that, guys. If you're in the place, in the space where you think that you're not worthy of something, I want you to recheck it. Just think about it again, because you could do so much when you decide to step into who you are. Step into the version of yourself that's a winner. Step into that version of yourself that's courageous and that's bold enough to try again. Even when you fall, there are other athletes that I saw at the World Championships, and they fell. There was one guy, I think he was from Germany, and I don't know if it was is it the 800 they were doing, or 1500? I just know they were running around like 4 times. And he fell, and he was at the back. And I'm thinking that he hurt himself, but guess what? He never stopped. And so sometimes too, we're too quick to give up. We're too quick to stop because we stumble, or we're too quick to quit because others are looking. And sometimes too, you have to block out the noise, because if you're worrying about what people are going to think, because here's this guy on the world stage, right? And he fell. Dude fell in front of everybody, and he fell in front of 55,000 people. Okay? He fell in front of 55,000 people, and he got and he ran. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that even when you stumble, even when you fall, you can still get up and continue the race, because now he's going to have a story to tell. And what happened? People just started to clap. People just really started to support him. People felt it for him that, hey, and then after a while, by the time he came back around again, they really started to admire his courage, because he didn't give up. He didn't walk off. He did not walk off. He continued. So sometimes too, in the lessons that we're learning, is we have to continue. Even when you fall, even when you stumble, even when you mess up, even when other people are looking, even when you're worried about what they're saying, all right, and what they're going to say, it makes a huge difference that you are able to continue. And so that's how I feel that life is. We learn about life every day, lessons, seasons that we live in, culture, people, community. Not to be too quick to say negative things, not to be too quick to get the attention, especially attention seeking has put a lot of people in a lot of trouble. Let me sip my water and fix my head wrap here. Trying to, especially shock value. Sometimes people are trying to shock other people by saying rude things, mean things, nasty things, racist things, or insensitive. I would say more than anything, insensitive things. And so you said it. And what does it mean? You may say, oh, somebody is not cute. They're too skinny. They're too big. They're too loud. They're too this. They're too that. And you say it. And what? If you say that, say, oh, her hair is this or this is that. And Does it make the world a better place? Does it save somebody's life? So when we're going to respond to people and their shenanigans, attention seeking people who are playing games, who are playing like five different people all at the same time, or different I would say different issues or different agendas. Sometimes people can have so many different agendas, and then you will latch on to the agenda that suits you. So if I'm a Christian and you're spewing scriptures and Christianity and all of that stuff, my ears may perk up. And I may be so into what you're saying with that that I don't look at the four other things out of the five that you're saying. So that's how we can learn our lessons in life. Learn these lessons by not being too quick to jump to conclusion, by doing your research, by doing your homework, and sometimes too by backing away, because social media can just capture our minds. Social media could just get us so busy. Social media can allow us to trip and fall and tumble, right? Tumble, trip, fall, the same thing. Bruise your knee, hurt some part of your body. And it is also going to hurt your pride. Your pride is going to, when you trip and you fall and you mess up, your pride is going to take a beating too. And so you're going to have to say, you know what? So I fell, so I stumbled, so I messed up, but I can start over again. And I've learned something. I have to look at every situation, every fall, everything that you've gone through. Look at it and see how, what are the lessons there? What can I learn from this? Every mistake that you've ever made, what can you learn from this? These are lessons in life. And that's why when I look at these athletes, it's perfect. I see us, even as the audience, I see us, the long jumpers, we were just clapping for them. We were supporting them. Sometimes they themselves would ask you to clap, 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 especially the long jumpers. And we clapped and we supported them. So you're going to have to know how to ask for help. Any community that you're in, learn to ask for help. Stop worrying about the fact that you will feel as if you're going to be bothered. We all went through that. That's the season that I went through. And I'm like, you know what? If I need support, I'm going to ask for it. Whether you want to call it support or help, you ask for it. And if they say no, they say no. Sometimes too, people are worried about rejection. They're worried about being rejected. They're worried about hearing no. My goodness. How many of us have procrastinated because you have the fear of rejection, the fear of somebody saying no, so that you don't even shoot your shot? There are people who are, in relationships and say, oh, I want to date that person, but I'm not going to do it because they may turn me down. So sometimes too, you will self-sabotage. You will self-sabotage. And can you manifest self-sabotage? Absolutely. You can absolutely do that because you've chosen to tell yourself that story. So now it's time to tell a different story. Now it's time to write a different story. Let me see how much time we're going, half hour here, right? You can write a different story, tell a different story, and make certain that you are showing up powerfully for whatever decision that you've made. My goodness, I don't mean to be screaming or looking so much into the phone, but it needs to be said. It needs to be said, right? So there are decisions that you're going to make. And even if you choose not to make a decision, it's still a decision. Whether you choose to or not, to respond to something, it is still a decision. And so we go through that, we go through that in life. When we'll say, you know what, I'm not going to look on that thing or that bill, or I'm not going to return that call, or I don't want to talk to that person, or I'm not going to apply for this thing. Whatever it is you choose to do or not to do, it is still a decision. And that's what we learn. There are lessons to learn. There are lessons for you to fully understand that the seasons, they come and they go, but they must happen. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Those seasons will come and they happen. Oh yeah. Seasons are, they're here. They were here before we came, and they'll be here after we leave. And so within the in-between time, what are you going to do? Some people said, I want to live my life, but they give life to what you are living, right? Give life. I might have said that wrong, but I want to live a life that's full. All of us do. We want to live a life that's full. We want to live a life that's meaningful. You want a life with love and joy and happiness, and you can have those things. You can manifest those things. The moment you tell yourself, this is what I want, comes what may. Again, just like that athlete that's running, he or she is running, they're jumping, they're doing all these different things. They are going to make mistakes. They're going to be embarrassed. They're going to hurt themselves a little bit. Their pride will be hurt, but they're going to keep on going. And I'm going to encourage you to keep on going. Don't worry about people coming on. People can come here and say anything about me. You don't know me. I don't know you from a can of paint. And after I shut down this app and go about my business, you're going to go about your life. But also, one has to be mindful of your thoughts and the words you speak, because they are so powerful. They will come back to haunt you and your generation. So that's why we have to be careful. Some of us are reeling from what our forefathers might have done. Some real grimy stuff, right? And so on your bloodline, I don't want any of that stuff. Sometimes you have to be willing to take a chance, and this may be too deep for some folks, but I'm going to tell you, be willing to take a chance to break that, what we call it, that curse or whatever is on family. You want to break that. You want to move forward. It's a new season, a new time to live and to be and to show up in powerful ways. Allison, what's up, girl? How are you doing? Thank you, Allison. Allison, I need a favor. I was telling people, YouTube over here playing with your girl. So if you'd be so kind, just check out one of the playlists there over there. I know I don't have a lot of stuff, but just check that out. Where am I? I'm on a different continent. I'm in Asia. Yeah, if you checked out some of the lives, I did do some. But check out, yes, for people who haven't been able to catch me live, I do have some replays. Check them out there. My hours, I don't know what's going on. They're dumping them every 7 days. I guess they're validating them. And now I'm on a different continent, so maybe they're checking that out too. No, that was, yeah, it would be good if people think that is. Yeah, Allison. Yeah, so my hours, they're like 20 something hours. I need, first it was 30, then it was 50, and it keeps going like this, like that. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and I lost over, at one point I went over 354 hours that I lost. And then everything now keeps coming back to the 365 days. Yes. So in June, I only needed 220 something hours since June. But last year I did a lot of my uploads in July. So I knew around June, July, August, and those fell off. So it was more than the 354, but I was able to track that. So girl, I lost all of them hours. So, but like I said, it's crazy, isn't it? So that's why I say I just do my live. I'm not even worried about it. But I said, let me just do it and get it over with so I could clock that there are other things that I've been doing. And I'm telling you, the thing about YouTube, it has given it amazing opportunities. It's more visibility. Like I said, those of you who know that I'm a speaker and a coach, it helps. So I'm not crying over the spilt milk. I'm like, let me just complete this thing. I don't know what they're doing, but it's like every 7 days I'll see them. And I've seen myself gotten lots of hours, and I'll see myself lose like 30, 50, and then I figured out, oh, it's those things that are falling off. So it is what it is. Isn't it crazy? So I say, people, if you want to see more of me, and I've done it for a lot of you guys, and there are those who've done it for me, they can watch a, I know, I'm just like it's crazy. So I'm just like, hey, you know me, Allison. I'm always jumping on somebody's live or something, especially when I'm driving. So I tell them, the playlist is there. Check out the playlist if you guys want to watch something. Yes, thank you. I think right now I need 22 or 23 hours. That's what they're saying. But then it could change again. So I'm just like, when I look at it, I look at it. There are other things that's going on, but I think they're validating certain stuff. And I don't even really run my own stuff. I'm watching other people. I watch on the television and other stuff. So that's how I'm able to support. So definitely, check it out, and you will see some of the stuff. I think I'm going to do a playlist also for this, and I did do a lot of recording. So as soon as I'm able to get that new computer, guys, I keep telling you about, I have 3 computers, and they all don't even add up to one. But I'm just going to make that fourth computer Apple. Yes, I see. Once I hit the 4K, I thought I would stop or slow down the lives. But then once I hit 1 year, I know my hours are going to start dropping. So I said, no, that's the thing. You got to keep going. Yeah. So that's why I know when I get that particular computer, I think they're saying it's like 1,200 US dollars. I'm like, what? That was not in the budget. But once I get that computer, I will do the long form video. So I did get a lot of stuff here. Eve, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Frank Jones said hi. Frank Jones, good morning to you. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I was just talking about there are lessons to be learned. We're living in different seasons. I am traveling in Asia. I like to just say Asia, it just sounds like, ooh. And at the World Championships in Tokyo, actually. Cashley, yo, listen, see them drop the baton or didn't do a good passing. Oh my God. Jamaica just a going thing. Yeah, it is 11:10 p.m. here, so I think it's 10:10 on the East Coast and maybe 9:10 Jamaica. So guys, thank you for being here, even Frank, definitely. So yeah, I was talking about athletes. The athletes are very disciplined, and even when they fall, even when they mess them, see, I'm representing here. In Japan, like Jamaicans, they're taking pictures with us. Listen, I don't know how I'm showing up in people's pictures, but we are rock stars over here. All you hear is Jamaica. Jamaica. Everywhere you go, people are asking to take pictures with us. Yeah, I felt mistakes happen at times, and I'm not too hard on them. I represent CMA. Yeah, man, I saw it go. Yeah, that's what happens. And I was talking about like life, hey, Michi, travel. Australia's in the house, y'all. So that's the thing, life happens. And we can't beat these guys up. Because let me tell you, the air here was so muggy, was so heavy. It's like this, you have to breathe through it. And they're saying a couple people spectators collapsed at the stadium because it was just so hot. But we would go in the evening, so we didn't do the day. We would do the tour on the day, go and sleep, take a nap, get up, shower, and head over to the stadium. But people passing out. Yeah, people were passing out. It's in Nairobi. It's 7:10 p.m. Kenya did pretty good too. Kenya and Ethiopia, Bahrain, people were running. It was a good time. Michi, yeah, hey Michi Travel. Michi said hi, host, and everybody. Yeah, the air was just too heavy for me. It was just like, it's the kind of air that you struggle to breathe in. And there were people who were at the day session. We never went to the day session. And even at nights, just walking there, taking the train for us, it's less than 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to the train, hop on it, 2 stops, one train, then the next one, and then we're good to go. Love and light to everyone in the live stream. Big up your man. Big up on yourself. I really appreciate you guys. Like I say, yeah man, run up the playlist if you don't want to watch it. When you don't see me until I can get my long form videos. But yeah, that's the best way for people asking me how, they can catch some of the stuff. And I'm probably just going to make the Japan playlist so you guys can see it. I have my original footage, but then I wasn't too clear on if I would have been able to post them. So some of them I just didn't even bother. But I was there to see Noah Lyles get his gold. I was there to see Jamaica get the gold and silver. I like Noah. We say he's our son-in-law. People say he talks too much, but that's the thing. In life, you got to be a little bit charismatic. In life too, you got to show up. And in life too, you can inspire other people. And then some people won't like it. He's harmless. He like to run him out a little bit, but he has a showmanship. So sometimes, you just have to extend grace to others, extend grace to other people instead of just criticizing them so much. Because, life be life and life happens. And so with these athletes, I see them running, falling, hurting themselves, getting back up, what the expectations. And sometimes too, it's the expectations of other people. People were expecting, who was it? Was it Sharika to come first, and she got the bronze, and it's all good. And she still represented. She was still proud. And then you just have to applaud, give her applause. We sometimes people put on lessons to learn. One of them is this: people will put on these unexpected, the word I'm looking for. They'll just they'll put all this weight on you because they're projecting it. The expectations, right? Unrealistic expectations. People cannot be perfect all the time. You're not going to be perfect all the time. You're not going to be first all the time. But you're going to keep striving. You keep trying. Dust yourself off, start again. The guy that was from Germany that fell, and he was way in the back, way in the back. And you know what he did? He kept going. He kept running. And then we started to applaud him because he never gave up. That's how life is. Maybe you have to limp to the finish line. Some years ago, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, and if you haven't seen it on YouTube, when this young man, he was running, but then all his muscles started to cramp up on him. And his dad was on the sidelines, and his dad ran out field and put his son's hand around his shoulder and to help his son to the finish line. Look for that. Look for a dad helping son to the finish line. Something like this. Just put it in YouTube and you will see that. And so sometimes too, you will be on the sidelines and you'll see other people limping, like some of you guys see here, right? And I'm telling y'all, that's what's happening with YouTube. I was monetized since April 6th. The partial monetization and whatever happened. But I knew I had a lot of videos that were going to fall off. But I was traveling on medical missions. I was giving of myself, preparing for it, working on medical missions, come back and dealing with. Also, life was in the way. And what do we do as a community? People were like, what you got going? What do you have going on? And people were watching my playlist. I'm not telling people to go watch it just for that. But in everything that you do, yes, in everything that you do, bring value to it and have a heart for people. We are living in a world right now that's mean, that's nasty, that's just stirring up some things. It's going to be up to us to change the narrative on that. We are going to have to be a brother's keeper. We're going to have to really focus on our communities. Focus on your communities and see what the needs are, because we're living in a world that's right now that's messed up. And it's going to require being silent for a moment, not against injustice, but so that you can hear and you can see and figure out, how can I help? How can I make a difference in this world? Books that your children or the next generation won't be able to get in the library. I have tons of books and was thinking about donating them before COVID to the library. And the library said, we'll either sell them or dump them or keep them. And I was like, all those books? And now I'm seeing why I never gave those books. Those are historical books. Those books have information in it that can change the lives of people, because now they will not be privy to certain information. There are those of us with our businesses, or those of us in life where we're going to be doing well. Put a little money away, because now you're going to have to help other people get scholarships. A lot of people who are into medicine now, you've seen they've cut back on the loans. So now we're going to have less doctors who care. Oh no, we're all going to find ways that we support other people, support nonprofits that are supporting scholarships to these students. You may think, well, I only have $5 or $10. Your $5 and $10 is going to make a difference to send a young person to college. Yes, if you donate your books to the library, let them find out. They will tell you. They said they either were going to keep the books, sell the books, or trash them. And I was like, what? Do you know the types of books that we have? Do you know the kinds of conversations that we have in our household? And I'm like, no. So now you're seeing these historical books. Guys, you may have to have your own community library. Everything is going digital, and if they don't need it, they can trash it. But remember now, there's certain books, there's certain things that you can't talk about in the schools anymore. So remember, they have oracle. What do they call them? Oracles or griots? People who would tell stories, who would pass them down. They would pass down oral stories. So we're going to have to get back to that, to pass down the stories. Write your own books. Many of you can write your own books right here. You know, your ebooks. Put them on Amazon. Whatever you need to do. You're going to have to start keeping track of certain things, because after a while you won't be able to get it. So this is stuff people may want to talk about. This is stuff that people may not think that it's important, but I am telling you that seasons come and they go, and they are lessons to be learned. Let me see how we're doing with time here. Yeah, there are lessons to be learned, and let's not be afraid. Let's not be afraid to collect that data and get that, because after many of these books will not be in print. The power of prayer is going to be powerful to change a lot of stuff. And what's happening, many of us, and I don't get into it, who are serious, have seen this stuff, what's happening. Not shocked by any of it. Because you need to look after this, and then this, then that. It just didn't happen overnight. 40, 50 years for what's happening right now. So you have to be able to look into the future. You have to be able to project into the future. You need to be able to look generation every 30 years, every generation. There are people who are way ahead of the game, who are generations ahead of the game. And there's some folks it's less like, I'm trying to get my paycheck and take care of my kids and send them back to school and get them through their first year of college. No, baby. It's way more than that. So this conversation isn't for everybody. I'm going to say that. This conversation isn't for everybody, and everything does not need to be said. But there's nothing new under the sun. And if there's one thing that we all came here and we saw this planet, guess what? We're all going to leave it. They think you came here. You came, you saw this, and now what? What are you doing in the meantime? What are you doing in the meantime? You know, there's something that very popular that we hear in speeches, if you guys haven't heard it. It's from the moment that you're born, the day that you're born, right? You see this? The day that you're born and the day that you die, right? So there's the dash in between. The dash is your life. On people's tombstone, they'll say the day that they're born, the year they're born, month, date, year they're born, then dash until they are no longer here. And the in between, the dash is your life. What is the type of life? What are you living? Right? What are the lessons you are learning? What is the impact that you want to have on this planet and how you can change the lives of other people? And even as we see, yes, so you've heard of that. So the dash is in between. The dash, right? The dash. Your life. So many people are waiting until, oh, I'm waiting until I retire. I'm waiting until this. What if you chose to do it now? What if you chose to take that trip or vacation or staycation? What if you choose to say, you know what? I'm going to work an extra hour, the extra thing that I'm going to work for. I'm going to do it. And then let the chips fall where they may. That's what's going to happen. Let the chips fall where they may. Because the rent is going to be paid, mortgage is going to be paid, food is going to be on the table, and you have to speak these things into your life. You got to speak these things whichever way for you to manifest it. It will happen. It must happen the moment you think about it, the moment you put it out there in the atmosphere. But sometimes the negative conversations will stop it. The negative conversation and the negative thoughts, like, oh, I'm going to go to Japan, but I don't have any money. Oh, for me, it was like, yeah, but, I'm going to go to Greece or Portugal or Ghana or Kenya. I have other things, other places I want to go. That's just not on the list yet, although it was on the list. But then things will start to move, shift and move on your behalf. I'm trying to hold this here. Things will start to shift and move on your behalf in order for it to happen. And once it starts to line up, how are we doing with time? We're doing pretty good. Things will line up just for you. So we can all learn lessons. I'm learning so much from these games. I'm learning so much that how when you think people are perfect and they got it going on, they too, thank you, Allison, they too need your support. Your teachers, they need the support teaching our children. Our doctors in our community, they need our support. How can you support them? Some people say, stop bombarding the emergency room with things that aren't emergencies. But if you feel that it is, you show up there. And if you have to go, they will tell you, like, hey, they'll triage you. And based upon the acuity and what else is going on. But just let's be kind to each other. Let's really start to pay attention to our resources and not make prank calls and do all sorts of stuff. I mean, people are doing all sorts of things. And I want to thank you guys for being here just in case this goes off, the timer again. The battery keeps running down. But I definitely want to encourage you to be kind, to speak kind words, and speak kind words to yourself. Take care of yourself. The body, the book is called The Body Keeps the Score. It remembers everything down to the cellular level. So we can learn lessons. I learned a lot from the World Championship Games, World Athletics Championship Games. I'm learning that it's okay to fall, to stumble, and it's okay even when the world is watching. Even when the world is watching, it's okay to get up. It's okay to get up and keep running. It's okay to keep going. It's okay to keep trying. It's okay to rebuild. It's okay to rebuild your credit. It's okay to rebuild your relationship. It's okay to rebuild your savings. It is okay to rebuild, to take care of your health. It is okay because all you have is right here and now and nothing else. 5 minutes ago, it's gone. Yes, Allison. Allison said it's tough, but you must continue. And for those of you who have gotten this far, drop me a purple heart. Purple heart, Purple Heart, right? And say, Sharon, I get you. I hear what you're saying. I hear you. Because it's important. It's important that we hear this. It's important that we support each other. It is important that we continue to encourage each other and know that seasons come and they go. But like everything else, it must be, okay? It's God's will. Thank you, Allison. It is the will of God. And so you understand that this message is not for everybody. And I know there's some folks, I like when you guys come in and you get while I'm doing it, because there's some folks who watch my stuff and they won't even give a thumbs up because they think I'm not watching theirs. It is what it is, right? But there's certain things that I say here and I know when it's being regurgitated. But guess what? There's nothing new under the sun, guys. So I could say, oh, that's my original idea. No, but it's going to be presented in such a way, because when I put it out there, it's that I wanted to catch on. Right? I was watching other people, VC, I was watching Casey, I was, I was watching It's Marvella, and I'm listening to it's lyrics by Nia, and my girl, Wisdom Sparks Motivation. I'm over there. Right? And we are supporting each other as a community. Right? Cassie Kitchen Creations with a K. That's my girl over there making the vegan pancakes. So grandma was like a hit with the grandbabies and the waffles. And the little one was like, oh, grandma, they're squishy. They like it because it was soft. Because grandma does not use the recipe, they came out a little bit hard. And I was like, where's my girl? Where's my girl, Cassie Kitchen Creations with a K? And she came with the recipe. That's how community help each other. Right, Allison? That's how community. Because I'm just over here, show a little bit of this, show a little bit of that, mix that up, mix it up. No. Community look out for each other. And grandma is a big hit now because now the pancake, I'm making a big fuss out of it, but they love it because I'm driving like 2.5 hours to go see them. I'm going to spend the night and I'm going to make those pancakes one day and the waffles the next. And that's the dash in between, the life that you're living, people that you're inspiring, the things that make you happy, the simple things that make you happy. And I like this. If I want to go on a tour, I'll go on a tour. I don't have to go. So sometimes too, you're gonna have to do what pleases you, what makes you feel good. So the world may be watching, and you might have messed up, but you say, "Oh God, oh no, oh Lord, help me." Give me another opportunity, another chance, God. Oh, Lord. And then you'll see how you navigate. Every time you go through something, it's telling you you're learning how to navigate that particular challenge. Every time that happens, you will see, how did I navigate that particular challenge? And then you can have a conversation with somebody else. You can say, baby, come over here. Come over here. Been there, done that. Let's talk about it some. Okay? So we also have to be willing to go through those things with grace. So there are lessons everywhere, lessons that we are learning. Yes, lessons that I've taken away from this particular trip, from these experiences with these athletes, that they train so hard and that they're not enemies. They're not enemies. They may be running for a different country, but I like the fact that they're able to congratulate each other. There were a couple of them that had false starts and were disqualified. Then you see the others who have won went over and hugged them, and they're talking to them. And in the after show interview or the after run interview, I saw where Sharika from Jamaica was loving on the young lady from the Bahamas who had the false start. And I think, was it the 100? Either the 200, I think it was. And she went over And later on, they were chatting. So don't let all of this stuff, when people think you're the left, you're the right, you're this color, you're that color. It is all a game, everybody. And it's not going to make me hate you. We are going to have our differences. We will not agree in everything, but it's not for me. Even all the crap you could be talking out the side of your mouth, I'm going to say, yeah, you can talk all your crap, talk trash, whatever you want to talk. But it's not for me to want to harm you, nor for you to harm me, nor for somebody to put it in my ear. It's this and that. Because when that is so divisive, we're seeing that. Nobody wants to walk somewhere and not be safe. You don't want to send your children somewhere and they're not safe. You don't want people, because I'm telling you, it's what's between the 6 inches, right? Our brain. What the stories that are being told and what we're speaking over ourselves. And that's why I do not share those opinions publicly. And that's why sometimes too, I don't have an opinion, because I could see people will spew out a lot of stuff. They'll try to fit 5 different agendas. And if 1 or 2 or 3, for me, I'm going to say yay and nay to the others, but that's being hypocritical. We got to look at the whole thing. But then that thing is bigger, bigger, bigger. It's like more. It's like you're unwrapping. If you ever see the gift boxes with the little box inside, you're opening a box, and then you open it and it's another box, and then you open it and it's another box. Then you open it, it's another box, and then you open it, it's another box, until you get to a really small box. And when you look in the small box, there's nothing in there. So it's all this excitement, right? Because you see this big packaging. You see that people are being painted with a brush. And so somebody can come on here, somebody came on and said, oh, you're huge. Oh, you're this, you're that. I don't know you from a can of paint. And what is that supposed to mean? Or somebody may come and say, oh, you look like this, you comparing you to an animal. We've seen where women are being compared to animals. All types of women, black women, white women, all women of color. Sometimes we're being compared and we're being called out of our names. And for some, it stings more than the other. But it's just all that distraction. It's that, remember the big box. And then there are more and more in the unpacking and the unpacking. And so then it's getting your focus, pulling it off everything, because you're trying to see what's there. So I want you to start to really look and see what's there. See what's being said. Because many times it's not a substance. And many times we will think that, oh, that's my friend. He or she doesn't mean that, because she's not talking about me. You know, so she can say somebody look like an orangutan, somebody look this way, or somebody is uneducated, or somebody's is, because he or she's not talking about me. And by the way, they're just doing that to get attention. Oh, they're just doing that for visibility. They're just doing that to get the algorithm. They're just doing that. But it's not nice, because we're putting that out in the atmosphere. For whatever reason, it's being done, but I can't hate the person. I'm just like, you stupid. You know, kids will be like, you stupid. So when I hear grown people mocking and making fun of well-educated and people who are well accomplished, I'm just like, you stupid. In my head, right? I'm just like, boy, it ain't make no sense. Go sit down somewhere. Because I'm not impressed. I'm not easily impressed. I don't care about how many things you want to memorize and spew it out. I'm not impressed. Because I always say that whenever you feel overwhelmed, look up into the heavens. Because there's something and someone bigger than me and you, all of us, right? So guys, I want to thank you. Hopefully you were able to get a little bit of this, that there are lessons to be learned. And just like the athlete who fell, he got up and he started running in front of the world, even though the world was looking. And then when we saw him running, and this guy was in supposedly last place, he gained the trust and the respect of the audience who saw him. He kept running until he completed. Run your own race. Don't follow what other people are doing. Sometimes just be quiet enough to listen and look to the future. I want you to look a year. I want you to look 3 years, 7, 10, 20, 30, a generation, because there are people who have already done the work and they're telling you, okay, but you can shift and move the atmosphere through prayer, through your words, through your thoughts and your deeds, also to build safer and stronger communities. Until next time, everybody, I'm out. Catch the replay, catch some of my playlists. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for just showing up, and I'll do the same for you. After this live, drop me a quick message so I can come over and check out some of your videos so I can remember you. All right, everybody, until next time. Here's a heart. Come on, here we go, Alice, and I'll put up one. You put up the other, okay? That's the half of it. Bless up. Take care now. Yaman. Bye-bye.